Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about population ecology. If you want, you can note down the important points. To understand it better, we must know what is a population. A population is a group of individuals of same species that occupy a particular geographical area at the same time with the capability of interbreeding. And what is ecology? It is the relationship between living things and their surroundings. So together, population ecology is the study of how population interacts with the environment or surrounding. To study the group of characters of population, their changes over time and prediction in future is known as demography. Population has several characteristics that can define the entire group. These are density, natality, mortality, and distribution. Population density. The size of a population is represented by its fundamental property called density. It is of two types, crude density and specific density. Crude density is the density per unit of total space, and specific density is the density per unit of habitable space. Population size is a function of population density and the area that is occupied or the geographical distribution. Usually, population size is estimated by counting all the individuals from a smaller sample area, then extrapolated over a larger area. We can count the number by applying a common method called a mark recapture method. Mark recapture method. In this technique, there is a random sampling in a population. That's, some individuals from a population are first captured, then labeled or marked, and then left in the population. This is the formula for mark recapture technique. Here capital N is the population size to be estimated. Capital M is the number of members of the population that are captured initially and tagged. Small n is the number of members of the population that are captured subsequently, and small m is the number of members of this subsequent captured population that are tagged. This is an example of mark recapture technique. Natality. Natality refers to the birth of individuals in a population. Or in other words, we can say that natality or birth rate is expressed as the number of individuals produced per female per unit time. Natality may be maximum natality or ecological natality. What is maximum natality? It is the number of individuals birthed in ideal environment, that's in the presence of no ecological limiting factors. And the second one is ecological natality. It is also known as realized natality. It refers to number of individuals produced in actual or specific environment conditions. The third one is fecundity. Maximum reproductive output potential of an individual under ideal environment condition is known as fecundity. Mortality. Mortality refers to the death of individuals in a population. Like natality rate, mortality rate may be expressed as the number of individuals died during a given period. It is of two types, minimum mortality and ecological mortality. Minimum mortality refers to the loss of individuals in ideal or non-limiting conditions. The second one is ecological mortality. It refers to the loss of individuals under a given environmental conditions. Survivorship curves. Specific mortality rate of a population is expressed by survivorship curve. This curve plots the number of surviving individuals to a particular age. These curves are of three types. The first one is type 1 curve. It is highly convex curve. The mortality rate is at the end of a lifespan. Example, man, sheep, deer, etc. This is also known as death senescence. The second one is type 2nd curve, which is actually a straight curve. It refers to the rate of mortality constant at all age groups. Example, birds and humans that are exposed to poor nutrition and hygiene. The third one is type 3rd curve, that is highly concave curve. It refers to the mortality rate where it is high during young stages. Example is oyster and shellfish. In oyster, mortality rate is high during the larval stage. Once well established, life expectancy improves considerably. You can pause the video to note down these points. If we look on the basis of reproduction, type 1 survivorship curves are typically of organisms which are likely to breed several times during the course of their lifespan. This is known as heteropares. The second one is species with a type 3rd curve are more likely to breed only once during their lifetime. This is known as semelpares. Dispersion or distribution. Dispersion refers to the spatial and temporal distribution patterns of individuals of a population. It is of three types: regular, random, and clumped. In regular dispersion, it is also known as uniform or even distribution. The individuals are more or less spaced at the equal distance from one another. It is rare in nature but common in managed systems like croplands. The second one is random distribution or dispersion. The position of one individual is unrelated to the position of other individual. In this, the environment is very uniform and there is no tendency to aggregate. This is also relatively rare in nature. The third one is clumped dispersion. It is also known as contagious or aggregated dispersion. Here, the individuals are aggregated into groups of varying size. Most populations exhibit this kind of distribution. Human populations show clumped distribution due to their social behavior and economic condition and geographical factors. Here in this diagram, the yellow color part represents the pre-reproductive phase, the blue color part represents the reproductive phase, and the pink color part represents the post-reproductive phase. Age structure and age pyramids. The proportion of individuals in each age group is called the age structure of that population, whereas age pyramid is a graphical representation that shows the number of proportion of individuals belonging to different age classes in a population of any organism at a given time. There are three types of hypothetical age groups. The first one in the figure you can see is expanding population. It represents a rapidly growing population with a high birth rate. This population is characterized by a promotion of pre-reproductive age class individuals. Under these conditions, of number of individuals in pre-reproductive age class is greater than the reproductive age class. As a result, a pyramid-shaped age structure results. Number second, stable population. In this population, the number of individuals in pre-reproductive and reproductive age classes become more or less equal in size. The post-reproductive groups remain as the smallest. The graphic representation of stabilized population is bell-shaped. The third one is diminishing population. This population is characterized by a low proportion of pre-reproductive age class individuals due to their reduced birth rate. The pre-reproductive class diminishes gradually in size as compared to the reproductive and post-reproductive age classes, resulting in an urn-shaped structure. The term population growth refers to the change in the number of individuals in a population with time. It refers to how the number of individuals in a population increases or decreases with time. Change in population can be determined by four factors: birth, death, emigration, and immigration. In emigration, an animal leaves its home because the habitat is no longer ideal for it to stay, and they need to find a more suitable environment. They do not return back to their left land. And in immigration, it refers to the settling of an organism in one region permanently or temporarily, coming from another region. Population growth is of two types. The first one is exponential growth. It is also known as geometrical or arithmetic growth. A population shows exponential growth if there is no limitation on its growth. That's in an ideal unlimited environment. Here there is an increase in geometrical progression. It is expressed by dn upon dt is equal to Rn, where n is the population size and r is the intrinsic rate of increase. During exponential population growth under an ideal unlimited environment, per capita rate of increase is maximum and is called the intrinsic rate of increase. The maximum value of r is often referred by the less specific but widely used expression called biotic potential or R. You can pause the video to note down. Let's take a look at this equation and the graph given below. Here, we know that exponential growth is given by dn upon dt is equal to Rn, where n is population size and r is intrinsic rate of increase. Let's take into consideration an example. For example, case 1, where a closed population R is defined as the per capita birth rate B minus the per capita death rate D. So here we will be taking R as B minus D. dn upon dt is equal to R, which means B minus D n, where n is the population size. When per capita birth rate exceeds per capita death rate, that is B is greater than D, the population is increasing and R is positive. When death rate exceeds birth rate, that is D is greater than B, the R is negative and the population is decreasing. And in case second, that is open population, R is equal to B plus I minus D plus E, where I is immigration, E is emigration, B is birth and D is death. When resources like food and space in a habitat are unlimited, all the members of a species have the ability to grow exponentially. The population size that increases exponentially at a constant rate results in J-shaped growth curve when population size n is plotted over time t. The second one is logistic growth. In logistic growth, as the population density increases, each individual has fewer resources due to competition. It means a particular environment can support only a maximum population size. The number of individuals of a particular species that a particular environment can support indefinitely is called carrying capacity, which is denoted by K. K depends on space, that is the area, and abundance of resources, and many more. Logistic growth depends on competition, predation, climatic conditions, etc. All factors which limit population growth are collectively known as environmental resistance. So the growth of population slows if it reaches the carrying capacity. Due to this, the logistic growth will result in S-shaped curve of population growth, which is known as Verhulst-Pearl logistic growth. It produces S-shaped sigmoid curve. Logistic growth is given by the equation dn upon dt is equal to Rn into k minus n upon k. Here n is population size, dn upon dt is change in population size per unit time, k is carrying capacity, r is intrinsic rate of natural increase, k minus n is number of additional individuals environment can accommodate, and k minus n upon k, it is the fraction of k or the carrying capacity still available for population growth. The logistic curve is divided into three phases. The first one is positive acceleration phase or establishment phase. It is also known as lag phase. Here the growth is slow at the initial point. The second one is logarithmic phase, where the growth is at a rapid rate. The third one is negative acceleration phase. Here there is a slowdown in the growth. Let's take an example of insect. At first their growth is limited due to the availability of less food, that is leaves of trees. Once the season arrives, the trees begin to grow and these insects can feed on these leaves. Later it becomes stabilized or constant. Let's take into consideration the following cases. Here n is the population size and k is carrying capacity. In case 1, n is much less than k. So k minus n upon k will be equal to 1. So the equation becomes dn upon dt is equal to Rn. As a conclusion, we can say if n is very less than k, then the growth rate will be similar to exponential growth. The population occupying the environment will get to use resources at a high amount, which gives them possibility to show exponential growth curve. In case second, n is equal to k, which means population size is equal to its carrying capacity. So k minus n upon k will be equal to 0. Therefore, equation becomes dn upon dt is equal to 0. As a conclusion, if n is almost equal to k, then the growth rate will be 0. Then there will be number of species and resources available for all the individuals. In case third, in logistic model, the greatest population growth rate is achieved at the half of the carrying capacity, that is k upon 2. In case fourth, population with greater R will reach K more rapidly than population with lesser value of R. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.